to me, it's an exploration of how intimacy scares us, how we cope with that, and how we externalize it. It started as kind of this very illustrative, cartoony thing, which I started playing with Sharpies, and everyone seemed to really like that line quality, and I started writing more. And I think when the writing started happening, that was the really, really big part. That's kind of what made the lines feel like something instead of just like drawings or doodles.
Anywhere I would drive, if I see something, I'd pull over and always have my camera on me so I could take a picture anytime I saw anything. I grew up in the country and with land, and I got a deep appreciation for land. And then when I started, starting college and I came to Nashville, I started seeing more of this, the trash and the land. And at first I went with it as a kind of look at this is terrible. And after going with that route a little bit, I started realizing that when I was photographing these objects, they were being aestheticized more than they were being a warning. And then I kept going with that further and how to make these terrible objects that we see every day into something beautiful.
I had been thinking a lot about monuments. I have done projects with monuments in the past, and I just read this article about what to do with Confederate monuments, and so I thought maybe I could propose a park where we could house recontextualized Confederate monuments. So that's basically what my project is. My father's side, we have lived in the South since before the Revolutionary War. You know, the fact that my family was part of was also part of the Civil War, and they really try to depict themselves as heroes, my family does. And so I think that kind of like rewriting that history in a way, trying to correct that history like that I have with my family as well is really important. So just, kind of uncovering the lies that you're told over time, and, just kind of like righting some wrongs, I guess. That's kind of what I wanted to do.
I do have a lot of background in film, and I have spent a lot of time in that sort of environment, so it kind of felt natural to be in that sort of mode, like having everybody have a set job, everybody knows what they're doing going into it, and everybody working as a team to for one goal, so it felt really natural, yeah. Well, it's been sort of interesting being that it is kind of about pieces that are pieces of my life. I sort of there are times where I wish oh, I want to tell you exactly what was going on in my head when I took this, but at the same time I think that takes away from the experience that I really want the viewer to have. Because I want the viewer to look at it and think, oh, I'm going to make up my own narrative, or this piece goes with this piece, or this piece is totally separate from the rest of my work, or however they choose to decipher it. But at times, though, I really want to be that's not what it's about. It's about this. So we had this running joke where right before I would take the picture, I'd be quiet on set, this is for a picture, and then everybody would be that's funny.